Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. So a black landlord was forced to give up her entire home to a white tenant, all because the white tenant was forced to be kicked out. Basically, the white tenant was probably not paying the rent. Meanwhile, another tenant was trying to move in, revealed to be the landlord's sister. But you see, the sister was paying the rent, and it's legal in California to do that. That landlords are allowed to allow family members in who are trying to find a place to stay. But a corrupt, racist system not only went in favor of the white tenant, but the black landlord was supposed to lose her entire property that he owned and paid for. So, fortunately, the black landlord, she goes by the name of Anna Kahanji, is appealing the court case. Alright, this is an article from blacknews.com. In one of the most outrageous judgments ever, a San Francisco court has ruled that a black landlord, Anna Kahanji, should give her $4 million building to a white tenant. The reason behind the court's decision was that the landlord had displaced the tenant so that her sister could move in. The displacement might seem unfair, but it's completely legal. See, it was California that allowed the rule. Oh, that's right. It's only allowed when a white person does it. But when a black person does it, all of a sudden, they had to move the goalposts. This is another example of systemic racism and moving the goalposts at the expense of black people. The San Francisco law allows a landlord to recover possessions of a tenant for either the owner or the owner's close relative to occupy. This means that a landlord has the right to evict tenants so that a close relative can move in. See, it's in the books. The law is in the books. But a judge decided that the landlord should lose her entire property because a white tenant, probably a racist, got kicked out, even though the law says what the black landlord did was legal. So I bet you what's going to start happening next is, don't be surprised when the racist lawmakers in California, and particularly in San Francisco, they're going to try to change that, all because of this case right there, this case right here. So don't be surprised that they're going to start changing some rules about those living conditions, those housings, those houses and stuff like that. The apartments, the houses, and the landlord, what the landlord can and cannot do. So don't be surprised, especially if you live in San Francisco, when they start changing some rules. And this case will be one of the main reasons why they start changing some rules. This was precisely the case in Miss Kahanji building, but apparently this law was only for white landlords and doesn't apply to blacks. Exactly. I'm glad the person who wrote this article spoke the truth about that. See, that when these rules are made, they're only made for specific groups of people, to help specific groups of people, and to hurt another specific group of people. Alright? So this is the example of systematic racism. A shout out to Terrain Rain, because he was among the first other content creators to talk about this. Yeah, I'll probably let you. I want to leave the link to his video about the same situation because he's the fact that he talked about it and I happened to saw that video. I decided, you know what, I'm going to do my own take on this video, but I will leave the link to his video for you to see it, to see that video. Because it's the reason why I decided to talk about this. In 2014, Miss Kahini purchased an impressive building for $2.5 million. So she had this building since 2014 using some money that she managed for her younger sister. She also made some investments. She did all the investment, all this hard work. All that hard work. All that hard work. And now it's been destroyed. Alright, she's actually a black immigrant. So she's from another country. I don't know if it says the name of it. It doesn't say the name of the country. But it's probably the usual story that she comes from another country because she thought that she would get some opportunities here in America. Which is good, which is okay. You're willing to do something for yourself. She did all this hard work. And then when some white tenant probably was causing some trouble, not paying the rent and whatsoever, and because Miss Kahini wanted to help her sister, help family out, because we know other people do it too, try to help their families out with situations. I know that there have been stories over in San Francisco that are similar. But because it's a black landlord and the tenant was white, all of a sudden the court went in favor of the white tenant. I'm not going to read the rest of this article, but I will leave the link to it in the description box and comment section. But I did find some more information through watching other people's content and my own research on this story. You didn't just have the judge on the side of the white tenant. You had almost the city council. You had the mayor on the side of the white tenant. That shows you that. And you know what this also has to do with? Guess what? Gentrification. Gentrification is heavy in California. There's a lot of gentrification going on in California. A lot of black people in California are being moved out of their residence because they can't pay to live there. There's a lot of homelessness in the black community in California. Other black people are either forced to move out to live elsewhere in the States or anywhere else in the world. And I think Jason Black even said in one of his videos that California, black people are done in California. And that is because of the gentrification. The gentrification is being used to drive black people out of California. Black people are now like almost 3, 4, 5% of the state. And it's getting lower. Very lower, because they know through systematic racism that our wealth gap, the wealth gap has us at the bottom. So it's hard for us to pay and afford to live in certain areas, including in the state of California. They're building up all those apartments for the rich and middle class people, in particularly white people. They're building all those stadiums and Hollywood, and then all those stuff that's being built, more expensive stores and stuff like that. So, but then for the black people who are still paying to stay in, they find ways to get rid of black people out of the neighborhood, even by killing them, like what they did to Nipsey Hussle. But back to this woman right here, Anna Kahaji. this was probably another way to gentrify certain areas in California to get rid of black people. Now, Anna Kahaji is fighting back with a repeal to fight against this, and good for her, because she needs her building back. What the court case, what the city as a whole did was wrong, racist, and disgusting. But so yeah, to Miss Kahaji, keep fighting, find a way to get your building back, and yeah, just keep fighting. But like I said, I'll leave the link to this article in the description box and comment section. That's all I have to say about this thing. I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Yeah, write down in the comment section what you think. Be careful how you write comments in the comment section, because there's guidelines. The YouTube policies will try to hide or block or remove comments that they don't like. Now, if you're disrespecting me in this video, then I will be the one that not only gets rid of your comment, but I'll also block you. But still, be careful how you write your comment. I still want to know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit that notification bell. And that's all I have to say about this. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.